Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Logan with West Desert Wheeler. I am out here today at the always awesome Sand Hollow, and today I brought with me my Axial Capra. This thing is a little bit highly modified. It's got rear steer on the back. I also upped it to 2.2-inch wheels, a little bit taller tires, and I'm still running the dig unit on there too. So me and my dog are gonna go run out here, go play around on some rocks. Let's see what this thing can do. All right, guys, so one of the big reasons I put rear steer on my Capra is because out here at Sand Hollow, there's just about endless obstacles where you end up in a little wedge like this. So what we want to do is we're gonna try and keep this thing balanced. It seems pretty obvious, but it's a little tricky to do on occasions, especially if you don't have rear steer. So right here, because these walls are actually uneven, that passenger side would want to drop down. So what we're gonna do is steer into that wall, and then straighten back out, and then go a little bit driver on the rear, and then straighten back out. So a piece of cake with the rear steer, and it only takes little minor adjustments like that to really keep this thing running straight. Don't mind the dog running around in the background. She's excited to get out of the house, just like I am. So what's fun about these RC cars is that it opens up more possibilities than what the real rigs can do. This is a real rock crawling line through here. It's on a very tough trail. So with the RC, we're actually going to take a hard left turn. We're going to go up into a secret little alley that no one else knows about. Let's go check it out. Now sometimes you can use your rear steer to get it up into a bind and actually turn into it and load up traction on the tire. This is not quite a situation where that one's going to work out though. There he goes. All right. As you can see, this is no small feat. That's pretty deep, steep canyon. So let's keep on trucking. This is where it really starts to get good. Well, as you guys can see, the trail here on the left side, the rig just does not fit. It's too small. So get this thing over. This is a extremely tippy part of the trail. If you don't get on the right ledges, you end up hanging off one of them. Things get too tippy and it'll fall right off this ledge. Luckily with rear steer, you can bring your back end down, and then we can crab crawl through here. Really simplifies things. Now instead of just turning downhill right here, I'm gonna go to the top and turn around first. See, now we have a straight on approach, straight downhill, which is a much better idea for dropping into steep declines here. Come down, come in contact with this rock. Put it back into dig to try and pull this front end around. Apparently it didn't lock my axle, but it's not driving, I can tell. So we'll go back into 4 and drop down to the bottom. There we go, we got past the tip over challenge on this trail. All right, guys, and this is one of my absolute favorite spots out of all of Sand Hollow, is this little canyon right here. Now, I've run this without rear steer, and it is possible. It takes a lot of tries. You got to be extremely careful with your line. I've never been able to do this without the minimum of dig. So with the assistance of dig, you can get your front tires where you need them to help steer that rear axle. But with 4-wheel steer, we'll see if we can get by without dig on this one. So let's take a look here. This entrance is really awesome because it ends up really twisting up all your suspension, and it goes back and forth. So here we'll get that passenger tire way up high, and then we're going to bring the driver tire up high. See, we're fully twisted up there. Steer into that wall on the left side a little bit on the rear, maybe straighten actually. Now sometimes if the top of your tires connect with the walls, it'll try and force the tire the opposite direction, so you gotta be really careful on that. There we go, we're fully twisted up again. Got that front passenger all the way up on the wall. Now there's a unique feature on this obstacle. The wall on the right side cuts back in. So what you want to do is you kind of want to stay high to the right to get through this. So it's going to lean you left, so you got to be careful not to go too far left. You don't want the sidewalls to be in full contact with the wall. Steer into the wall a little bit so you can get a better view of what's going on up front. Now you got to be very careful and watch all 4 tires at once anytime they're slipping. Okay, and you're pretty high up in the air here, as you can see. I mean, you got 1.5 feet under the rig. Pretty fun. So now just keep your fronts balanced, get them in a good position, and then you're going to steer towards that little crack. And you got a steep climb on the right side on the rear. That tire's going to want to go straight up and then turn back into the other wall. There we go. I got through without dig. That's usually the spot where you need dig to help settle the front axle back down. And now we've got just a straight drop off. Basically, this canyon opens back up. And you got a cut left. Let's turn the rear into that wall a little more. There we go. In and out of the canyon. Well, alright guys, my name is Logan. I greatly appreciate you guys for watching this one. It was a fun little trail to run the truck through. Go ahead and get subscribed if you're not already. I'm just starting out and I'm definitely going to be posting consistent content on this channel. Gonna get a bunch of RC stuff, some real rigs at Sand Hollow, as well as some side-by-side action on occasion. So be sure to subscribe if any of those things sound good to you, and we'll see you guys in the next one.